around. It's another great episode of what we call the moment of truth. Relationship truth, that is. That's what we focus on, right? Only on WKTE, and that's YouTube. Make sure y'all go in and listen to all the episodes that I've done. And I've been pouring it out for y'all, right? And it's time for another great episode. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for continuously putting me on your to-do list or to listen list. Y'all have been pressing play, and I salute you and I really appreciate you. We're gonna jump right in. I know y'all read the title, and you're anxious. You're at the edge of your seat. Fellas are nervous. Women are at the edge of their seat. They want to know. But before we do, hey, click that subscribe button down. Click it. Come on, click it. You know you want to click it. Yeah, we about to jump right in. 2 reasons married men should be ashamed. And you know I'm going to drop it like it's real. Because it is real, right? And I'm also going to pretty much make sure I touch on 2 reasons why I feel married women should be ashamed. Now, this is just a different perspective. It ain't what you thinking. You know, the moment of truth is going to give you a different perspective from everybody that's out there. So let's jump right in, right? 2 reasons married men should be ashamed on WKTE Kenny Talk Radio. Here we go. Let's jump in. The first reason is going to start with this. Men make women believe that a good man is emotional, submissive, and obedient. Emotional, submissive, and obedient. All mixed together, mixed up, and with a pretty little bow on top in a little box. And we know for a fact that's not real, because women love differently than men. But the problem is with a lot of married men, when they're even asked about it, they actually speak so much from these 3 perspectives as far as what they do that makes them, you know, their marriage thrive or whatever. Or how I'm looking like, you know what? Come on, man. We gotta learn to keep it real with these young brothers coming up behind us, because if we want them to actually take this marriage thing serious, take family serious, then we have to make sure that they understand the real when they ask us these questions, right? So we make women believe that. Men actually love in a totally different way. We protect, you know what I'm saying? We profess, and we provide, right? That's a good man. When you ask for all these other stuff to take the forefront, I ain't saying he shouldn't be emotional to some extent. He need to be emotionally intelligent. I ain't saying that he need to be obedient. I mean, he should actually at least listen to what you're saying. He should, right? But to a certain extent, because of the fact that he can't lead with these things. If he lead with these things, then he loves in the way you love. And a man just can't do that. He don't do that. He'll revert back to who he was. And that's the problem, y'all. Alright, so number 1 is men make women believe that a good man is those things when it's not. Because when a young dude asks, hey man, how you make your relationship last? The first thing we say is, oh man, I do all these kind of things. I rub her feet, I support her, I listen to her, you gotta do all this. But none of us never really say, but look young brother, before I answer that question, do you like this individual, right? That you asking about this you, right? Does this person actually follow what you say, right? Does this young lady respect you? I mean, real. If these things are not there, you can have that young dude going off trying to cater to a woman that actually don't even deserve it. That probably shouldn't even be in his life. You don't ask the right question. So that's number 1. Number two, I'm moving right along, is married men judge other men by the mistakes they make in relationships and marriage. What I mean by that, man, whenever you have a woman or something that happens in the media, social media, or wherever, where somebody cheats or somebody does this or the a lot of married men, instead of actually just keeping it real, they love jumping on women's side. They love saying, well, you know what, he shouldn't have did that, he wasn't that, it is, you know what, he hurt her feelings. And it's like they just do what we call white knight. You white knight right now. You trying to be this person that women just are like, okay, yeah, that's why he's married and that's why he's a good man. It's like they just be wagging their tails like a puppet. You know what I'm saying? Jumping through hoops. Hey, I could, man, come on, man. Keep it real. You need to just be like, okay, the man made a mistake. The man love her. She should forgive him. The man, just keep it real. Because you can't say for one that you ain't never been in that position, so why you want to act like it now? You know what I'm saying? So those really the two things I want to drop on y'all head. That's the moment of truth right there. Those are two things that why married men should be ashamed, because they cast a message out there that hurts not only young ladies, but young men that have yet to taste what marriage is really about. So now, that brings me to, look at it, I already got it in my hand, the relationship truth of the day. The relationship truth of the day goes as follows, and that's on social media that I put out. Many of us don't know if we love our lovers, or do we love the way our lovers behave. Many don't know whether we love our lovers or whether we love the way our lovers behave. Why did I put that out there? The reason why is just like this here. Whenever you have a man actually talking about keeping a woman, he always talk about these behaviors, right? These behaviors that he execute that are favorable to the woman, right? So at the end of the day, the woman only likes the way you behave, right? So if you stop behaving like that, then that'll make that woman walk out on you. Then she probably really don't love you, homie. She don't love you. That's all I want to say today. All right, that's the moment of truth. It's time, everybody, for what I like to call the final thought. Now, the final thought is a little spoken word that I put together, and it rhymes, and it makes sense. So remember, WKTE, Kenny Talk Radio, is the station on YouTube, and you should have already hit that subscribe button. What you waiting on? All right, so y'all ready? The moment of truth goes as follows. I don't listen to a lot of guys. I don't listen to a lot of you guys whenever you try to offer your advice, because so much of what you say, you probably heard it from your wife. I don't believe you dudes that have been married for over 5 or 10 years, because when young men ask, how do you make it work, you very seldom tell it like it is. They say treat her like a queen, make sure you support her, be the genie for her every wish. But this is a recipe for the disaster if this is done for a disrespectful chick. Now, they allow the image of a good husband to be a man that can't tie his shoes without her permission. That's why young girls don't feel like they have found the right one until they get him in a state of submission. I'm gonna let that marinate for a second. Listen, everybody. The moment of truth, relationship truth, is real, right? I do this for the people, and I'm gonna continue to do this, right? I'm gonna continue to wake up on the side of the solution. Kenny Talk saying over and out, I got love for you. Salute. It's about time for me to get up out of here and give this time back to you in your day. 2 reasons married men should be ashamed, and don't think I ain't got one for the women coming next week. You better get ready, buckle up. Salute, and we out of here. Until next time, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to come listen